What do we need? Let's see.
Ah, there you are. I was wondering when you'd come to talk. Ready to discuss our further actions?
I am. Let's call the others.
Good. Good. Let us begin. Now that House Leonider is taken care of, we can finally think about the last step in our plan.
Unite the houses. Wulfgar, Hallett, and Uhtred.
Yes, now you might think that this will be easy, but it won't be. The only ally we have for certain is House Uhtred, thanks to my sister.
So what's the plan? We'll probably need to arrange for some kind of conclave, right?
Correct. I've already put thought into this, and I think it should take place on neutral grounds. The Eye, to be precise. Now that Amaria Leonider is gone, the marshlands are practically no man's land again. If you agree to this, we will send out couriers to inform House Hallett and House Wulfgar of this conclave. Then we need to do all in our power to convince them to join forces with us.
But why do you expect this to be complicated? We have a common enemy, so joining forces is the only thing that makes sense, isn't it?
Theoretically, yes. But let me explain. Lord Shane Wulfgar, the head of House Wulfgar, didn't have an heir except for one daughter, who fought in the Mage Wars. She died in the final battle in the span, because House Hallett didn't send the reinforcements they promised.
Why?
Because it would have been suicide. The Wulfgar troops were circled, and they were being butchered. From a strategical viewpoint, it made complete sense. Of course, Shane Wulfgar sees it differently.
Damn it. A feud.
Correct. House Wulfgar despises House Hallett, particularly Lord Shane. His brother Ulrich is more reasonable, but he's not in charge.
Can't we just tell these Wulfgar folks to go to the Claws of Nor if they're so complicated? Wouldn't an alliance between us, House Uhtred, and House Hallett suffice?
It might, or it might not. Also, Lord Wayland Hallett might be more reasonable and less complicated, but he's still a lord. Whatever profit he can make of the situation, he will go for it without hesitation. I guess what I'm trying to say... it will be complicated. You will have to make choices, and they may greatly affect how our final battle against the Purity will unfold.
But no matter how the negotiations go, House Uhtred will stand with us, right?
Yes. But again, Tahar, do not underestimate this battle. Without the support of these houses, we will lose men and women in the thousands.
So you really think they will be unable to put their feuds and personal interests behind them in light of the threat we're facing? I can't believe that we'll have to waste time on this political nonsense while Akane is committing genocide.
Well, not everybody is as idealistic as you, Tahar. These are the facts, and we need to deal with them.
Am I even entitled to forge any kind of alliance? I'm not a noble.
That's true. You're not. That's why House Uhtred will be the one who puts their signet under any eventual treaty you'll negotiate.
Well, seems that we have no choice. Let's send out the couriers.
Good. My sister and the Uhtred army should probably march ahead and clear out spots for Wulfgar and Hallett to set up camp. You should travel there the day the conclave will take place.
Makes sense. All right. I'll let you know when we head out. Understood. Is it just me, or is the air a lot more humid than the last time we were here? Let's just hope there won't be any dissent in our army this time. It won't be easy to fight under these conditions.
It shouldn't come to that. We're here to negotiate with the houses, and not to win a battle.
That's true. Now come, let's go to Myra's camp. It's just up ahead, and she'll brief us on the situation. Angar, what state is Myra in? Last time I saw her, she still seemed affected by that rune. Will she be able to...
She will. She's getting better. And the rune aside, she's the head of House Uhtred and needs to be present at the conclave.
Speaking of which, what is your plan to reunite House Wulfgar and House Hallett? From what you've said, the two are like oil and water.
We'll see.
This way, right?
There. Uhtred banners up ahead. That's Myra's camp. Now would you...
Tahar, brother. You've come.
Myra, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Shane Wulfgar and his brother arrived 3 days ago and have set up camp in the southeast. Waylon Hallett arrived this morning and has positioned himself in the north.
No signs of the purity?
None.
That's good news. When will the conclave take place?
That's complicated. Briefly put, they were unwilling to even shake hands. Both of them said that they would under no circumstances fight beneath the same banner.
Well, that's not really news, is it?
No, but I am surprised their dislike toward each other lies so deep. However, at least House Hallett said that they would agree to an alliance between you, that is, House Uhtred and him, but only if we meet their demands. House Wulfgar won't even do that.
If House Wulfgar doesn't want an alliance, why did they even come here?
I don't know.
So what about the conclave in the fortress? Will it even take place?
Yes, they agreed to talk to each other, at least that much. It will take place today at noon, and I will notify you once everything is prepared. Any negotiations with Hallett and Wulfgar on their own will have to be done before that.
Myra, you still seem a bit distant. Are you really okay?
I am functional. That is all that matters for now.
Well, if you say so. But we need this alliance. There has to be a way.
Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. My hands are tied to her.
How is the relationship of the houses with House Uhtred?
Good. House Uhtred has never had any quarrels, and, as you know already, we will fight under your banner. Whatever your negotiations bring forth, House Uhtred will stand by your decisions.
I'll try talking to them.
Good. And one more thing. You know about the village to the east, correct?
Yes. Batham, isn't it?
Yes. According to my scout, the villagers took in some of the mages who fled Amaria Leonider's torture camp. If you find the time, you might go there and try to get them to join our cause. They are mages, after all, and might be of help. But it is your decision.
I'll see what I can do. Thanks, Myra.
You're welcome.
Heading out? Good luck.
Thanks, soldier.
Understood.
All right. Waylon Hallett's camp is to the north, and the Wulfgar brothers are to the southeast. Question is, where do we go first?
I suggest Waylon Hallett's camp.
As you want.
abominations! You read my mind. Interesting.
No, stay away. Stay the fuck away from me.
Calm down. We're not here to hurt you.
That's what these goddamn defilers said too, and we helped them. Can you believe it? We fucking helped them.
You're talking about the mages you rescued from Amaria Leonidar.
I rescued them, that's what we did. We took them in, we gave them food, and then they showed their true face.
What do you mean by that? Showed their true face?
You know what I mean. You saw them yourself.
The abominations. They were the mages the villagers took in.
The biggest mistake of our lives. It just happened so quickly, you know. One night we had supper with them, then all of a sudden one of these things shows up, coming out of old Bertrand's house. Then the killing started. From the body of every defiler that creature killed, another abomination appeared, and they kept going until everyone was dead.
How did you survive?
I don't know. When they got to my house, they just stopped. Maybe because daylight had broken.
That didn't stop them from attacking us. There must have been another reason.
I doubt we'll find out. That didn't go as expected.
Wait, you're Corporal Tahar, aren't you? And the former Lord Marshal. What an honor.
We're here to see Wayland Hallett.
I figured as much. Go on ahead. He's back at his tent. You can't miss it.
Let's see.
Tahar, am I right?
Yes. And you must be Wayland Hallett.
I am. And you're in the company of a dwarf. What brought you so far from the halls of stone, friend?
That's a long story.
Well, I hope I get to hear it one day. I have to admit, I had something different in mind when they told me the stories about you, Tahar. Though there can be no question about the magic inside you. It's intense. But I digress. I know why you're here. The conclave. You want the support of House Hallett and House Wulfgar to march against the Harbinger of Light.
Correct.
Good. I guess you've been told already that this alliance will be complicated. As long as that old ox Shane is in charge, there won't be an alliance. He despises our house, but I suppose you know that much already.
What's the story behind that feud, anyway?
In short, we didn't send House Wulfgar the reinforcements he requested, and the division his daughter fought in was completely massacred by your father's followers.
Why didn't you send them?
Because it would have been suicide to go in there alone. Instead, we waited for the royal army to appear and marched in together. It was over in a matter of seconds. Sending them in nonetheless would have meant sacrificing 100 men, women, sons and daughters for nothing. Every commander would have done the same.
So what do you suggest?
Simple. Join House Hallett and House Uhtred.
You mean?
I want Myra Uhtred, Lady of House Uhtred, to give me her hand in marriage. Our combined power would outshine even the former House Leonidar.
Myra isn't well. The Harbinger seized control of her mind, and she has been changed ever since.
It will pass.
Do you love her?
I might, in time. She's a smart and beautiful woman.
No need to play games, Wayland. You've never met Myra, let alone spoken to her.
Maybe.
And just how will that help us get Wulfgar under our banner?
Well, think. The united houses of Hallett and Uhtred are too powerful for House Wulfgar to continue playing lone wolf. We could simply force them into submission.
That's true. If House Uhtred and House Hallett became one entity, Wulfgar's army becomes an ant facing a giant. But that would also mean making you, Hallett, the most powerful noble in Northander.
That's the idea. My offer stands.
A marriage. That's asking for a lot.
We should talk to Myra about this.
I will. We could also talk to House Wulfgar first to hear their demands. It might be a good idea to know the cards involved before making the final call. Got it. Will do. Now would you look at that?
Hold it, you... Wait. Lord Marshal Arendir? Then this is...
Corporal Tahar. Yes. Let us through.
Of course. You may pass.
Thank you.
All right. Why not?
Up ahead. I think that's Shane Wulfgar.
Doesn't look like the friendliest fellow.
If it isn't the fabled Tahar, and in the company of Lord Marshal Arendir, so you're serving the betrayer's child now.
Careful, Wulfgar. Greykeep might be gone, but I'm still your Lord Marshal.
Maybe so.
I'm here to...
I know what you're here for. You want our troops to take back Greyfell, which the Royal Army so gloriously failed to protect against a couple of pitchfork-wielding lunatics. I'll cut right to the chase. House Wulfgar doesn't need an ally. Even if the sky rains fire, there's no way on Io we will join forces with Asamo Tahar's child or Wayland Hallett.
What's your problem with me?
What isn't my problem with you? You're Asamo Tahar's child. First you betrayed your father, then the Royal Army. So why would I trust you to lead my men into battle? For all I know, you change your allegiances as often as your underpants. Maybe even in the middle of a fight.
I stopped the bloodburn.
Did you?
I know you're not on good terms with the Hallett, but is an old family feud really worth risking the future of Northander?
Let that be my worry.
If you don't want to join forces with either of us, then why are you even here?
Because it was just a stone's throw from where we were going anyway. The span.
So, you're planning to attack Greyfell?
Well observed, elf. And also, it gave me an idea of your strength. Now that I have seen it, I have nothing left to worry about. I trust you can see yourself out of the camp, can you? Goodbye, Tahar. Get out.
Sure. Let's see.
Hold it, you... Wait. Lord Marshal...
Corporal Tahar.
Of course.
Thank you.
blasted armor.
Yes.
All right, what now?
Well, we need to...
Tahar. That's you, isn't it?
Maybe. Who are you?
Ulrich Wulfgar. I was wondering where you were.
Good to see you, Lord Marshal. I overheard your conversation with my brother. First off, I apologize. He was never particularly good with people. To make it short, unlike my brother, I think we could help each other. Or, to be more precise, I think we must. What Shane intends to do, marching against Greyfall on his own, is madness.
So there's some common sense in the Wulfgar blood after all. I'm impressed.
I like to think so.
But you're not in charge, are you? Your brother is the lord of the house.
Well observed. But that doesn't mean that my opinion doesn't carry any weight. See, Tahar, the thing is, there's no way on Io we will ally ourselves with House Hallett. But his dislike for you is irrational. He knows you're not what he made you out to be, and essentially it boils down to the fact that he thinks you're not fit to lead an army. That you're weak. Just think about it. Why would he have us travel here if he weren't considering an alliance? So, in other words, unless there's some bigger scheme to his play that he hasn't let me in on yet, our presence here means that he's considering an alliance with you.
Given your brother's first impression, I'm not even sure I want his help.
Oh, come on. Now you're being as childish as him. This is politics. I know my brother can make it hard for people to like him, but you know what's at stake. So put your personal feelings aside.
So what do you suggest we do?
You need to show him you're not the weakling he thinks you are. While my brother was in the camp brooding over old feuds, I took the liberty of exploring this lovely spot of earth. And I found something quite interesting. A wyvern.
Let me guess. You want us to kill it?
Exactly. Bring him one of the wyvern's teeth, still wet and bloody, and let him know that you've killed it yourself. I know my brother. He has always loved the old stories of monster hunters and dragon slayers, and he respects strength in battle more than finesse and cunning. Which is, quite frankly, one of the reasons why Wulfgar has fallen from grace.
Consider it done.
Fearless. I like it. Come back here once you have its tooth. Good luck, Tahar. And don't die.
That's the way.
Sounds like a plan. That way? Fair enough. Let's do this.
Yes.
This way, right?
Tahar, I heard the fighting. Does that mean?
The wyvern is dead. Yes. Here's his tooth.
Let me see. Well, color me impressed. All right then, let's go see my brother.
Good thinking.
Shane, I think you should see this.
What?
Here, this is for you. A wyvern's tooth. Straight from the beast's jaws.
Huh. So? Why are you showing me this?
They killed that wyvern all by themselves, Shane. I saw it. No soldiers, no ballistas.
So?
Blazes, Shane, don't play dumb with me. This man may be many things, but he's not weak. Someone who can kill a wyvern with their own hands is fit to lead an army against the purity.
Maybe. But the question is he willing to make the hard calls when push comes to shove?
What do you...
Meet me at the foot of the fortress, Tahar. Alone.
Bloody secrecy. This is getting ridiculous. I say we help Hallett instead. Or are you thinking of going?
I at least want to know what he has to say.
Well, I can't stop you.
At the foot of the fortress. Now. I said alone. You came. Well, that's something. Let's get to the point. Given that my original impression of you wasn't entirely correct, let me revise my statement. An alliance between House Wulfgar and House Uhtran, and thus you, might not be out of the question anymore.
So that wyvern's tooth really changed your mind?
Not the tooth. Your tenacity. I know Ulfric had a hand in this, but it doesn't matter. You didn't let yourself be scared off by my words. And not to mention that a commander who charges into battle on his own is a rarity these days. Most of them are fat bureaucrats who know how to wield the quill better than the sword. Now, don't get me wrong, I still don't trust you. But nonetheless, you know your craft, and this is what matters for now.
But I'm guessing you have terms for that alliance, don't you? Why the secrecy?
Because I want you to kill Wayland Hallett for me.
I beg your pardon?
You heard right. I didn't come here just to see your troops, though that was one of the reasons. I came here to rid the world of the Hallett bloodline once and for all. Do you know what he did?
You blame him for the death of your daughter, right?
Blame? Don't think I can't read between the lines, Tahar. He killed my daughter, murdered her, and only because he was too much of a coward to stand up to his promise. He could have saved her, but he didn't. Because doing that would have meant risking his precious troops for a rival house. We were just stupid enough to get there before him. Believe me, Tahar, Wayland knows how to act all friendly and reasonable, but he's a strategist who'll stop at nothing to increase the influence of his house. He'll smile at you and tell you what you want to hear, but ultimately everything he tells you only follows one purpose: himself.
How do you know this is what really happened at the battle? Were you there?
Tahar, I am not going down that route. I am not.
So you want to assassinate him? You know what you're asking of me, don't you? You could be trialed just for mentioning this.
By whom? The purity of light? Also, it's your word against mine. If you take this to anyone else, I will simply deny it. If we kill Wayland Hallett, their soldiers will fall into confusion like sheep without a shepherd. According to my spies, many of his men would likely switch sides if something were to happen to Wayland. The rest might realize the scheme behind his death and turn against us. In return, we will swear loyalty to House Uhtran. At least until the purity is taken care of.
Huh. And what do you want my role to be in this?
You're the only one who can get into their camp. Wayland Hallett knows how many people are out for his head, which makes him rather vigilant.
Does Ulrich know about your plan?
He doesn't, and it will stay that way. The moment you take the word of this to anybody else, House Wulfgar will turn against you.
You'd endanger all of Northander just because you want Wayland Hallett dead?
Just because I want him dead? Do you have any idea what that's like, Tahar? To see the man who murdered your daughter walk around as if nothing happened, with that smug smile on his face? I've waited years for this, and now is the perfect opportunity.
I don't like this, but I'll think about it.
Good. Here. All you need to do is pour 5 drops of this poison into Wayland Hallett's food or drink. It will take care of the rest. And don't worry, it won't take effect before the conclave takes place, and when it does, it will be a swift and merciful death. More merciful than this bastard deserves, in fact. All you need to do is to find a way so that the arrogant dwarf lover swallows it. Until then, goodbye. I will see you at the conclave.
Yeah, you will. Got it.
Corporal?
As you wanted.
Heading out? Good luck.
Thanks, soldier.
Yes, Tahar? Do you require anything else?
How are you feeling? You still seem distant.
As I said, I am functional.
I've had a talk with Wayland Hallett. He proposes a marriage between House Uhtran and House Hallett to force the Wulfgars into submission.
By a marriage, you mean he has asked for my hand?
Yes.
I will do what is necessary.
This is your decision, Myra. You're the lady of House Uhtran.
Yes, I am. But, as I said, I will do whatever is necessary. If you think it takes this marriage to save Northander, then I will do it.
How do you feel about Wayland?
I don't know him, so I do not feel any particular emotions towards him.
Angar, what is your take on this? You've been quiet.
It is your decision, Myra. I'm not an Uhtran. But Wayland Hallett only wants to use you and House Uhtran for his purposes. In other words, The battle ahead might be tough, but making the Halletts the strongest house in Northander, I do not like that idea.
I understand.
So you want me to decide?
Yes. Do what you must, Tahar. I will accept your decision.
We shouldn't do this, Tahar. Myra isn't capable of making such a decision in her current state of mind.
Understood. Will do.
Blasted armor.
You got it.
Now would you look at that? Let's see.
Good thinking.
Tahar, pleasure to see you.
There must be another way to convince you to join us.
It's all or nothing, Tahar. The marriage in exchange for the troops.
But the purity won't spare you. You know that, right?
No, I don't. Do you? House Hallett is a powerful foe, but we could also be a powerful ally. Don't get me wrong, Tahar. I don't like this Lacane character. Not at all. But right now, all I'd get for helping you in that battle would be a pile of Hallett corpses.
You're quite the pragmatist.
Call it what you will.
How big is your army?
What you're asking is the dowry worth the marriage? I have 5,000 men and women under my banner, armed and ready to march. What you see here is only a fraction of House Hallett's full power. And that doesn't include the 2,000 soldiers from House Wulfgar that will be forced to cooperate with us once word of the marriage gets out.
That's impressive. An army of that size should really help us against the purity.
Myra is in no condition to make a decision of that scale. The marriage will not happen.
That's regrettable. Though I'd like her to tell me herself. And judging by the position of the sun, the conclave is due to take place soon, isn't it?
It is.
Good. My scouts reported undead in the fortress, and I sent some men to clear them out. But they haven't come back yet. Maybe you could take a look there yourself? According to the rumors, you're quite the fighter.
I'll see what I can do.
Good. Let's meet there once it's been cleared out, together with the Wulfgar brothers and Lady Myra.
That's the way?
Understood.
Understood.
They will fall.
Sure.
What do you want?
Alright, why not?
Now would you look at that?
Yes?
That way?
Huh? It's up to you now, Tahar.
Tiara's breath. You there, help us!
All right, here goes nothing.
Whatever's necessary.
This way, right?
Get ready!
Not now.
I need mana!
Fine.
against the armor.
I'll keep you shielded.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
More fighting. Does this never end?
All right, here goes nothing.
For Northander!
Whatever's necessary. They will fall.
Lord Hallett, it has been a while.
It has. How are you, Shane? What about the wound? Is it still healing?
I'm fine. The only reason I'm here is courtesy. We won't march with either of you. Neither House Uhtran nor House Hallett, nor the Betrayer's Child's makeshift army.
Really? Well, that's not decided yet. Lady Myra, I hereby ask for your hand.
Aren't you feeling well?
I'm fine. It's the bloody swamp air. It's...
Lord Hallett!
Myra... You won't get away with...
Poison? By Tiara, someone get me a healer! Are you deaf? Get me a healer!
I'm sorry, John. We're done serving that bastard.
What the... Treason? This is treason! You can't... Now! For the light!
Don't harm my brother!
Well, shit.
You did this?
Well observed, brother.
Traitor.
Yeah, I guess I did.
But why? I don't understand, Ulrich.
Did you really think I'd just stand by and watch while House Wulfgar breaks into pieces? You don't even see it.
You're obsessed with your bloody feud with Hallett, and even though we don't even have the money to pay for our soldiers' food anymore, you seem to think that we still live in the old days, when House Wulfgar still mattered. I'm sorry, brother, but I won't just stand by and watch while you destroy all our fathers and forefathers have worked for.
We can't win this war, neither by ourselves nor with the Betrayer's Child's army. Lacane, his fanatics, and his creations are simply way too powerful. So, he made me an offer, and I accepted.
You told them of the conclave?
Correct.
But it's over, isn't it? We fought off the ambush.
That was just a taste of what they have prepared. They have an entire army in the northwest. It's massive. You will fall. All of you. I was hoping I'd get out of this alive. But it seems that I won't.
What do you mean?
I'm a traitor. And even though Corporal Tahar has quite some first-hand experience with betrayal himself, I doubt he'll show mercy when it's someone else doing it.
By the... No! If you do so much as touch him, I'll kill you. I swear it, Tahar. I'll kill you.
He has broken the Queen's law, and there's no tribunal around to judge him. That means that there's only one option.
Don't you have anything to say in your defense?
Nothing I haven't said already.
You'll get a trial once all of this is over. Until then, you're a prisoner.
Huh. Well, this is a surprise.
Are you mad? You're not taking my brother.
Blazes, Shane. He betrayed all of us, even you. We're being merciful here, so don't act like a bloody child.
But...
He's right, brother. Don't push it.
Fine. Tahar, you will have our blades. Now, against the Purity and in the battle for Greyfell. Now let's get back to our camps. It won't be long until the Purity launches another attack.
And if we're out of luck, the remainders of the Hallett camp. Whatever happened to Lord Hallett, the soldiers will make their own assumptions about what happened. Whatever that was, anyway.
I doubt we'll ever find out. Ulrich, you said the Purity has set up camp in the northwest.
Yes.
Then let's fight back.
Everyone? Yes, almost there.
I'm ready.
Yes?
Uh-huh.
Yes?
Hmm?
Commander. Understood.
Scryer, our granaries are almost empty. We need more food.
Damn it. It's more complicated than I thought. Ooh.
Yes?
It's over already.
Danger up ahead!
There! Defilers!
Whatever's necessary.
For the Queen!
Sounds like a plan. Get ready! Fair enough. Let's do this.
All right, good work. Let's tell our people we're ready to head back to Mullendeer.
Fine by me. This was quite the ride.